Welcome to April. We are now back into Mercury retrograde time. You're going to see many things still moving forward, but it's going to be a time that you're going to have to stop and slow down and pause. Let the natural rhythms play out. What's going to change as of March 20th and running all through April and lingering until May 14th is how to align with what you want to do. I encourage you to work with the flow. Avoid trying to make anything happen during this retrograde window. It can cause you frustration, and the outcomes are often shorter term and they're less grand than you may desire. This is going to be a time for you to really sit back and see what comes to you. Leave yourself time for that last minute magic, as I like to call it, by leaving yourself as unscheduled as possible. We're currently in the heat of eclipse season. The theme is continuing on the Aries Libra axis, and it began back in early 2023 and it's going to run until early 2025. Now, last month we had a lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Libra on March 25th, and on April 8th of this month we're going to have a solar eclipse at 19 degrees Aries. This eclipse cycle is going to be vacillating between the energies of the me-we sectors of your life. The focus is going to be on your individual and your relationship empowerment as the highest expression of the potentials. Eclipses, they're linked to the ecliptic, just as the north and the south nodes are. The nodes of the moon, they're connected to your karma, for better or worse, and your dharma, your highest expression of this lifetime. Eclipses, they tend to bring these events or these opportunities that unlock your fate, and they rapidly escalate these big events that are tying you to your destiny. And then finally on April 20th, we're going to have the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. This is probably the biggest event of the year, combining expansion, change, and innovative solutions. Hi, I'm your astrologer Patricia Tate, and this is your April 2024 monthly astrology forecast. To get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. Now let's dive in. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, I want to start the month off with the Mercury transit. Mercury is going to station retrograde on April 2nd, and it's literally going to flavor the month in regards to your self-worth, your cash, your property, your personal resources, your salary, your income, your opinions. Like Mercury going back. I have a separate video on it, but I want you to understand that Mercury is going to be retrograde to begin the month with, and then at the end of the month, it will then go direct. So it is now starting to identify, what do I need to fix in that area of my life? What do I need to rekindle or respond to or recalibrate? What do I need to rebuild? What do I need to revise or rethink? How do I reflect on that? Mercury is going to go back over Chiron, your wound, identify with the two houses that there has been the wound, the words, the pain, the self-worth, the resources that have been invalidated. And then towards the end of the month, it's identifying with what the lessons are. So starting off with Mercury retrograde, identifying with what that is. On April 8th, we have a new moon solar eclipse at 19 degrees in the sign of Aries. That again is your self-worth, your resources, your skill set, your money, your property. And so it's the me sector of your life. Aries represents me, the warrior. The opposite, the south node, is Libra, you with everybody else, where you make concessions for everybody else. The nodes have been having you focus on where have you given up your power? Where have you given up your energy? You saying, I need to focus on my sense of self. And so this eclipse says, I need to be concerned with my independence, my courage, my individuality. What is my skill set? What are my talents? What are my opinions? What are my personal resources? I need to bring these topics to the front burner. I need to be focused on this because this makes me feel secure, not everybody else. I need to put myself first. And so the universe is really pushing you outside of your comfort zone, having you identify where there's going to be fated endings of this could be shared resources with other people, and letting go of people, places, and things, and new opportunities coming to you. It's going to be a time where you're going to have the opportunity to be assertive, to take charge of your life with your money, to make these important changes in your life, to look for adventure, to find the inner happiness in what you are doing, and be self-sufficient with your salary, your income, your self-esteem, your work ethic. What do you bring to the table, and not having anybody else judge it. Next, what I think is probably the biggest aspect of this month is April 20th. Jupiter is going to conjunct Uranus at 21 degrees in the sign of Taurus, which is your third house of communication. Now, the third house for you is who you talk, share, and communicate with on a daily basis. This can be a neighbor, a sibling, a cousin, somebody in the grocery line. This could be emails, phone, text, short distance travel. The third house represents neighbors. The third house represents everything that you are in a relationship with all forms of short distance communication and short distance travel and communication with people who are in a closer proximity to you. Now, Jupiter and Uranus have been in this house for the past year. Jupiter has been offering you all kinds of science and technology and communication opportunities. So like think AI, think technology. Jupiter is the great benefic, and it brings the opportunities for growth and expansion. This is you connecting with people far and wide. Uranus is the planet of progress and surprises. And so the strong manifestation potentials are between April 4th and May 8th. And then it magnifies the closer it gets to April 20th, with give or take a couple of days on each side of the 20th in order for you to get the full benefit of this. When the planet of expansion and extremism, Jupiter, combines with the planet of shock and surprise, Uranus, think electricity. Anything can happen. Uranus literally means like lightning. And so Taurus is an earth sign. And so this is about upsetting the cycle about what's going on in your life and bringing about new technology, new change, scientific advances, innovative solutions to how you communicate, who you've been communicating to. Do you want to write a book? Are you writing a memoir? This is about a podcast or something that has to do with YouTube, anything about the way that you communicate with others and getting it out there, your voice being heard, and science and technology. And the next direction is also financial opportunities that can come from all of this. And then on April 23rd, we're going to have a full moon at 4 degrees of Scorpio. So the sun is focused in this area, still in your third house, saying, what's going on over here? This is shocking. This is surprising. Who are you talking to? Is this neighbors, cousins, siblings? Like sharing your ideas, fast-paced, quick. Like when I say quick changes, like this is quick changes. A full moon, they generally mean culminations or endings or closures. In the sign of Scorpio, this is usually secrets or things that you didn't know that were hidden are now revealed. And so this is your 9th house of cross-cultural experiences, foreign people, places, and things. You finding out things or having some endings with going to travel there, understanding this, diving into this religion, diving into this spirituality. It could have you graduating from a class or a workshop. It could have you ending something that has to do with having a book published, or it could have legal matters finished. Diving into a workshop or a class that has to do with religion or philosophy. It could have to do with imports and exports, becoming a teacher, a student to becoming a teacher. Endings do not all have to be bad. Sometimes it's the natural rhythm of you were the student, you've graduated, and now you can move on and become the teacher. So know that all things need to come to an end. And so this is a culmination of this area of your life in order to bring about new, the new that's going to be happening with the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that's going to continue to manifest quick, fast-paced change in your life. All right, then the very next day, we have Mercury now moving direct. Now with Mercury moving direct, I like this because on April 25th, we have Mercury conjunct the North Node. Mercury, thoughts, ideas, communication, and travel. in your second house, it was going over your wound, how you communicated, your personal resources, your money, your skill set, your salary, your income, your values, your opinions, all of those things, having you reevaluate, restructure, all of those topics, those topics. Now that it's conjunct the North Node, it's, oh, this is the direction I'm supposed to be going. It's connecting with your destiny of, I had to go through this in order to understand this. And now I can heal through this. And now I can move forward full steam ahead. And so now it's better to say, okay, let's take a look at that contract. What do I really want around me that I truly value? Am I willing to get rid of this? The second house is your talents, your things that you value, your possessions, all of those topics. So for Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.